You're watching WTVQ TV 36 on your side. From WTVQ TV, this is 36 on your side, Morning Edition.
A bad accident in Bourbon County leaves one person dead and sends 5 children to the hospital. The story heading your way. And Keeneland is gearing up for its annual September sale. A preview straight ahead. Good morning, Kentucky. Thanks for watching News Channel 36. I'm Christy Runyon.
And I'm Christy Dutton. It is Monday, the start of another work week, September 8th, 2003. We're waking up to some fog, but mild temperatures this morning. Right now it's 62 degrees. Again, we do have some fog reported in a lot of areas of our viewing area, so be careful out on the roads this morning. By noon, mostly cloudy. 70 degrees, 5 p.m. mostly cloudy, 78. That will be your high for today. So we're looking at temperatures just a little bit cooler because of all the clouds, the sun trying to peek out here and there. But for the most part, it will be a cloudy day.
All right. Well, at least it's not raining, though.
Yes, we're not expecting rain, though. We may see a few sprinkles in northern or eastern Kentucky, but for most of us, we'll stay dry today. We'll just have to deal with the clouds.
All right, not too bad. It is 5:31. An accident in Casey County sends one man to jail and leaves another dead. It happened Sunday morning on Kentucky 1649. That's when Kentucky State Police say 40-year-old Brent Wall hit 19-year-old Asal Hernandez with his car as Hernandez was walking alongside the road. Wall was arrested and charged with murder, driving under the influence, leaving the scene of an accident, and tampering with physical evidence. Right now, Wall is in the Casey County Jail. In Bourbon County, one man is dead and 5 children are injured after another car accident. It happened just after 10 o'clock Sunday morning at the intersection of US 27 and the Paris Bypass. Kentucky State Police have just released the name of the victim, Tillman Cadell of Carlisle. Police say Cadell was the only person involved in the crash who was wearing a seatbelt. Madeline Daniels has more on the other victims and what happened.
A man in this Pontiac Sunbird was killed when his car was hit by a Dodge Durango trying to merge into traffic from US 27 onto the Paris Bypass. Judging by the aftermath, it doesn't look like a fatal collision. Police are calling it a low-impact crash.
This doesn't appear to be a high-speed collision. All occupants in the rear, as well as in the front, forced into the windshield.
According to investigators, only the driver was properly restrained.
It appears as though no one else was wearing seatbelts. And the vehicle, the Sunbird, where most of the children were, I think about 6, it appears as though no seatbelts were used whatsoever.
All 11 people involved in the crash were taken to the hospital. The most seriously injured, 5 of the children from the Sunbird, are at UK Medical Center. The hospital is not releasing their conditions. Madeline Daniels, 36 on your side.
It is 5:32. Kentucky State Police say the driver of the Dodge Durango is Marcia Koeniger of Butler, Kentucky. The accident is still under investigation. A drug bust in Whitley County shuts down a suspected meth lab. Around 6 last night, Whitley Sheriff's deputies served a warrant to Jerry David Lewis for manufacturing methamphetamine. When they arrived, Lewis tried to run and was placed under arrest. Another man, James E. Watkins, was taken into custody a short time later after running into the woods. 2 other people, Kimberly Humfleet and Bobby Lynn Alsip, were also arrested. A 5th person is still at large. All 4 have been charged with manufacturing the drug, and all 4 are in the Whitley County Jail this morning. Confusion over evidence in a Georgetown murder case has led to a delay in the suspect's pretrial. Attorneys for the 2 men accused in the murder of Diane Snellen have asked for more time to go through the evidence prosecutors plan to introduce. Snellen died from stab wounds to the head and chest in her Georgetown home back in June 2002. The suspects, Timothy Crabtree and David Dressman, have pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder and burglary. Another status hearing is set for November 3rd. 3 Lexington cops who have shot suspects are asking for more support from the department. One of those officers, Aaron Kidd, shot and killed a robbery suspect back in February. Now Kidd and 2 other officers who've also shot suspects say they suffered a lack of support from police administration when they were sent home to wait out the investigations. All of these officers were later found justified in using deadly force. Chief Anthony Beatty says he's working on a program to treat officers fairly, both while they're being investigated and after they return to duty. There will be a meeting today to discuss proposed changes to Lexington's VA medical centers. The VA Mid-South Healthcare Network will be hosting the public hearing at Marriott Griffin Gate Resort. It's a chance for comments to be heard regarding proposed cutbacks to the VA hospitals that serve Lexington. The meeting starts at 9 this morning. Gubernatorial candidates Ernie Fletcher and Ben Chandler have a big day ahead of them. Fletcher will be in Cincinnati today as part of a fundraising appearance with Vice President Dick Cheney. Things kick off at 12:30 this afternoon at the Aronoff Center. Ben Chandler and running mate Charlie Owen will be making a stop in Lexington today. They'll be holding a news conference at 10 this morning at the Kentucky Clinic. We'll have more on both events starting at 5 right here on News Channel 36. Keeneland kicks off its annual September sale today. 4,300 horses will be marked for sale. Among the potentially hot bids, offspring of established sires Stormcat, AP Indy, and Unbridled Song, as well as Lake Kentucky Derby winner Unbridled's last yearlings. Some yearlings that will be auctioned would have been sold at the July selected yearling sale, generally regarded as the thoroughbred industry's most prestigious auction. Keeneland canceled it because of the 2001 outbreak of mare reproductive loss syndrome in Kentucky. Well, we're coming up on 5:36. Time for your weather on the 6s on Good Morning Kentucky. And not a bad weekend, but a little more dreary as we start the week.
Yeah, a little bit. A few more clouds outside, and that's going to cap our temperatures down and not let them get into the 80s, which a lot of people are ready for, cooler weather.
Easing into fall.
That's not too bad. Let's take a look at our Doppler, our live Doppler that's scanning the area, and we do see a little bit of rain in Pike County. We have some thunderstorms in Tennessee, but those aren't expected to drift into our area. And also a little bit of fog in most of our viewing area, reporting some patchy fog. So be careful on your way out to work this morning or out to school. But there's that little rain shower in Pike County. It's moving off toward the east, so it's not expected to affect the rest of the state. At least that little shower. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what's happened over the past 12 hours. We can see all the cloud coverage that we've been dealing with in the overnight period. Take a look at that. Right there is that little thunderstorm that has sort of been regenerating itself there in Tennessee, and also just some very light drizzle showers in some parts of eastern Kentucky. But as I mentioned, right there is that cell in Pike County. They're seeing just a little bit of rain, but for most of us, we'll stay dry today. We don't have to worry about that umbrella, though we will see quite a few clouds today. Temperature 62 in Lexington, humidity at 93%, which is helping to support some of that fog generation, and winds pretty calm. Of course, we haven't seen any rain today here in Lexington. At the bus stop, moms, you don't have to remind your kids to bring that umbrella. We're just looking at cloudy, foggy conditions, 60 degrees, about bus stop time out at the bus stop. So on today, here is your 7-day forecast starting with today, mostly cloudy, 78 degrees for your high temperature. Later on this evening, partly cloudy, 62, and tomorrow and Wednesday, partly sunny. You'll see a few more rays of sunshine, and those temperatures are going to warm up to the mid-80s during the midweek.
Rain still holding off.
Still holding off.
It is 5:37.
And it is 62 degrees outside.
President Bush was front and center for the nation last night. The topics, Iraq and Afghanistan.
And both countries are coming up with a pretty hefty price tag. We'll tell you about it after the break.